Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Danielle, and I lead the Data and Audience Solutions team. We know that today, consumers' expectations for digital privacy are higher than ever. People expect brands to treat their data responsibly and are increasingly concerned about being tracked across the internet. In fact, 80% of users across multiple surveyed countries are concerned about their online privacy. In turn, regulators are limiting how you connect with your audiences and how you measure the effectiveness of your advertising. By next year, 65% of the world's population may be covered by privacy regulations, up from just 10% in 2020. The stakes could not be higher for all of us. We have an opportunity to find new ways to keep people's trust while still driving the results we depend on. At Google, we believe performance is not at odds with privacy. We can improve both at the same time. And to do this, we recommend focusing on 3 steps you can take to be ready for what's next. Invest in first-party data, tap into automated solutions, and be open to the promise of new privacy-preserving technologies. With third-party cookies and IDs becoming more restricted, it is critical to build relationships with your customers. Being open and transparent about what data you're requesting and getting permission to use their information helps build trust. Our research with BCG shows that when consumers believe companies have good data hygiene and security, they are twice as willing to share their email addresses with them in exchange for a more relevant ad experience. And over 90% of consumers are willing to share their personal information for the right incentive, such as improved convenience. For example, by creating a loyalty program, you could offer exclusive rewards to customers who choose to share their information with you. After building these meaningful connections with your customers, our solutions can help you generate first-party data and measure results accurately. A great place to start understanding your customers is with tagging. I am thrilled to announce that in the coming weeks, the global site tag will become the Google tag. It is a single tag for all your ads and analytics accounts, making it easier than ever to measure activity across your websites. And the Google Analytics SDK can help you generate, store, and activate this data in the same way for your apps. Once you have this foundation, Enhanced Conversions allows you to use hashed, user-provided information to measure conversions that otherwise would not have been captured. For example, UK-based retailer ASOS saw a 31% sales uplift on YouTube and an 8.6% uplift on search simply by setting up Enhanced Conversions across both channels. We also know many of you already have rich first-party data and are looking for ways to link online and offline CRM data to your campaigns. To do so, you can use customer match lists in Google Ads and Google Marketing Platform, either through partner integrations directly in the UI or through APIs. Direct in-UI integrations with partners like Zapier make it easy to bring your first-party data, including in-store sales data, to build audiences or create campaigns directly in Google Ads. And soon, we will also add a direct integration with HubSpot to give you more choice in how you bring your first-party data into Google Ads. Next, let's take a look at how automated solutions can unlock better performance and more accurate measurement. Activating your first-party data with automation can help you acquire new customers, retain existing ones, and build loyalty in a privacy-safe way. 91% of people are more likely to shop with brands that provide relevant experiences. So nurturing your customer relationships and delivering helpful experiences is more important than ever. We make it easy for you to share relevant messages with your audiences using Customer Match across search, shopping, video, Gmail, and discovery campaigns. For example, Kia wanted to tap into new and existing customers for the launch of its new multi-purpose vehicle, the Carnival. They segmented their first-party audiences based on how people interacted with the new car on Kia's website and based on the car they owned at the time. Using Customer Match, Kia reached people who owned the previous generation of the Carnival and were likely to purchase the newer model. By using automation, Kia delivered a 4 times improvement in ROI compared to previous audience strategies. To help you activate your first-party data, we're also making it easier to turn new leads from lead form extensions into customer match audiences. Then you can follow up with potential customers and connect with them in a meaningful way. Once you understand your customers better and can reach them more effectively, you can use automated solutions, such as smart bidding, to increase your ROI. Bidding algorithms behind strategies like maximize conversion value optimize your marketing investment by adjusting your bids to reach your most valuable customers. For example, when stand-up stations went from organizing live events to building custom hand sanitizer stations, they used a smart bidding strategy in Google Ads to scale their marketing and capture higher value purchases. This approach helped stand-up stations quadruple their return on ad spend and increase sales by 440%. Automation not only improves the way you connect with consumers, but it also helps you understand the true impact of your media. This is where conversion modeling steps in to help analyze your first-party data and apply machine learning, unlocking a more complete measurement picture in a privacy-safe way. And we've also made enhancements to our machine learning models to ensure that you can automatically benefit from the most accurate conversion reporting and bidding insights. So now that we've covered some ways you can take action and grow your business today, the next question quickly becomes, what about the future? To help answer that, my colleague Ben is going to share how Chrome and Android are creating a new generation of technologies as part of the Privacy Sandbox. Over to you, Ben.
Thanks, Danielle. Hey, everyone. I'm Ben, and I lead product management for Chrome's web platform team. As Danielle mentioned, consumers today care about their online privacy more than ever. People want stronger privacy protections, but they also still expect you to deliver meaningful and helpful experiences. Current mechanisms that help you deliver relevant ads are often based on mechanisms like third-party cookies that don't meet user expectations for privacy. And blunt approaches to block third-party cookies can lead to worse outcomes for users through practices such as fingerprinting. So we believe the internet needs to evolve to support more private alternatives that help you deliver on increasing privacy expectations while continuing to give you the insights and tools that you need to grow your business. And this is our aim with the Privacy Sandbox. So what are important things for you to know about this initiative? Well, first, it's a collaborative effort. We're working with the ecosystem on various proposals that support key ads use cases, such as reaching the right audiences based on their interests, re-engaging people who have visited your site, and attributing the source and success of the ads you run. We're also working with regulators to make sure this approach meets their expectations and can withstand careful scrutiny. For example, we recently formalized our commitments with the Competition and Markets Authority in the UK that ensure we take an open and inclusive approach to developing these technologies in a way that's fair for the broader ecosystem. Now, these are legally binding commitments that will follow globally in developing the Privacy Sandbox across both Chrome and Android. Now, this level of engagement means it will take longer to get the sandbox right, but we believe it will lead to a better outcome for the web and the broader ecosystem. As an advertiser, you won't have to implement these technologies directly. Instead, you can continue to rely on your ad tech providers who will integrate the Privacy Sandbox within their platforms. While you don't need to become an expert on these Privacy Sandbox technologies, we're happy to share more about how they work and how they'll support your key ads use cases. First, let's start with ways you can find new potential customers. This year, Chrome announced Topics, a more private proposal to support interest-based advertising based on feedback from developers and the ads industry. Instead of tracking individuals across the web to find out their interests, with Topics, the browser will share general topics of frequently visited sites without tying any information to an individual. And to ensure ad effectiveness, ad tech providers can use topics in combination with other signals, such as contextual information, to help you connect with relevant audiences in the future. Now let's take a look at ways you can re-engage with people who've interacted with your brand. Fledge can help you showcase different product categories, appeal to visitors who didn't convert, and re-engage visitors who abandoned shopping carts for use cases such as remarketing. With Fledge, when a user checks out a product on your website, they become a member of an interest group that you can later engage with, all while their information stays on their own device and remains private. And finally, we know how important it is for you to measure your advertising performance. So with the Attribution Reporting API, you'll get both event-level reporting, which helps provide transaction-level information, and aggregate-level reporting, which delivers accurate measurement over groups of people. For the first time, these Privacy Sandbox technologies provide a way to enable these ads use cases in a way that doesn't rely on having to use third-party cookies or alternatives to track users across sites. Now, this is possible thanks to advancements in privacy-preserving strategies, like aggregation, putting people into large groups, anonymization, removing personally identifiable details, and on-device processing, limiting the information that ever leaves someone's device or browser. And we're also happy to see that Android is also joining this effort in order to build a more private ads experience on mobile apps. The privacy-preserving APIs on Android will be based on privacy techniques similar to those being proposed for the web, but adapted for the needs and technologies of the Android platform. It's of utmost importance that users can browse the internet safely across web and apps, trusting that their privacy will be protected. The Privacy Sandbox needs to work for all businesses, so we encourage you to take part in advertiser-facing experiments as different ad tech providers start making them available. So make sure you engage with your partners about their plans to integrate with the Privacy Sandbox. We welcome your feedback and participation in shaping the next advertising solutions that are private by design and can help you achieve your business objectives. Thanks.